Chapter 4 Product and Service Design Step by Step. A design process is a method that leads to the conceptualization and creation of the future. By developing new things that do not exist, design interacts and changes the society and the world. Innovative solutions cannot be predetermined, but the method used to develop solutions can be more predictable. In this chapter, we propose a structured approach for the design for circularity practice that is based on design for sustainability methods which have been widely applied and validated in numerous projects worldwide. A general method based on 8 steps that should of course be adjusted to each particular project. Planning, research, strategy, product and product service system development, prototyping and testing, evaluation, production and follow-up. Step 1. Planning of the project. The first stage of the circular design process concerns understanding the context of the problem that the design and development team has to solve. Often, projects start without a proper plan, with a poor definition of objectives, and without a commitment from key elements such as top management, project teams, and other stakeholders. The definition of the brief for the circular design project is also an objective of this step. The brief is a well-known element by all project teams, but often underestimated. Step 2 needs analysis. In this step, the relevant baseline information concerning the need or opportunity has to be gathered and analyzed, so that the circular strategies for the new solutions are appropriately defined. The main objectives are to determine the circularity, environmental, economic and social aspects of the reference product in dialogue with the stakeholders. For a circular service, it is fundamental to increase the system's boundaries and analyze the functions that need to be fulfilled and the requirements and drivers from stakeholders. The third step aims at identifying and selecting the most promising design for circular economy strategies for the product or service as presented in Chapter 3. The strategies help the development teams to analyze the circularity and the life cycle of the reference product or service, and to identify improvement options for new concepts. For a circular service, it is necessary to define the value proposition and performance standards. A global approach for validation along with the stakeholders is relevant in order to ensure a solid project definition. The next phase, Step 4, is product and service development. Here, divergent thinking sessions, such as brainstorming, are followed by a synthesis phase, convergent thinking. It is an iterative process, which means that ideas are developed, tested and refined a number of times. The selection of the best idea to be further developed must include an evaluation of its circularity and sustainability potential. It is essential to take into account, listen and partner with stakeholders. Step 5. Prototyping and testing. The prototype is generally used to test and evaluate the new solution and to provide specifications for a real working system. The goal of a prototype is to test products and services ideas before the development of the final solution, including the test of the circularity and sustainability potential. prototyping is essential to identify and resolve several issues before launch. Step 6 is dedicated to evaluating the new product or service system against the defined objectives and the effectiveness and procedural aspects of the project. For this, it is necessary to analyze the product or service performance in terms of circularity, sustainability, functionality, and technical qualities, to compare the results of the objectives defined in the brief, and consider whether the process used for the project is appropriate. Step 7. Production. If the new circular product or service has a good evaluation, the company can start production and placement in the market. To guarantee the circularity of the system, all aspects of production and placement of the product or service have to be aligned with the previous steps. It is essential that the entire company and stakeholders involved in co-design follow the process. The design process does not end in the production phase. According to Step 8, the company must define follow-up activities to promote a circular approach to project development based on continuous improvement. Design has the responsibility to solve product or service problems, integrating several criteria in an innovative way in order to fulfill the needs of users. To conclude, circular design is an iterative, integrative, and systemic step-by-step process that aims to make things happen in a sustainable and circular way. Now we propose that you do the following exercise. Think of a furniture product to be redesigned in a circular design project. Consider the 8 steps of the project that we have just presented you. Planning, needs analysis, definition of the circular design strategy, product and service development, prototyping and testing, evaluating the new product or service and the project, production and follow-up activities. Identify at least 2 tasks in each step to align your project with circularity and sustainability. For further information and complete references, please consult the full text of the module.